Now, some news that has come out today in this space is this. Coinbase, along with some other exchanges, have been quietly just gobbling up XRP like crazy to the tune where they hold over 1 billion XRP. Now, that's some serious dough, guys. 2-point-some billion dollars worth of XRP. And why, oh why, would you think that these exchanges would be going out there and quietly accumulating XRP like that? Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it's because of demand. And we are seeing demand for XRP truly spike. In fact, there's another article I was reading, and I'm thinking, I forget the name of the company this CEO works for. But needless to say, he was coming out there and talking about, and I think it has to do with a lot of investing in ETFs, because he was saying, hey, the appetite for XRP ETFs is like crazy right now amongst institutional investors. And when he said it, boy, within 60 seconds, the price of XRP just started to shoot off. And guys, this is the deal. If you think just the rumor or the observation for the demand, wait until the real demand comes. I'm telling you what, I really do believe you are going to see prices spike for XRP, and there could even very well be a supply crunch. And why do I think that? Well, you got 19 different applications for these XRP ETFs. And the appetite for XRP is so strong for these ETFs, and these guys are going to be holding the spot, it's spot, so they're going to be holding the underlying asset. Think about this, guys. They're all out competing for these institutional dollars. Do you not think that they're out there accumulating and are going to continue to accumulate for XRP, that they're only going to, have just a little? Because the deal is this. They want to sell as many of those ETFs as they possibly can and compete with one another to do it. Well, because of their spot ETFs, yeah, they're going to have to be going out there and buying the XRP in order to balance it against the ETFs. That is going to cause a big demand and a supply crunch. I genuinely do believe that. But, of course, in this space, a lot of folks are just like, listening to all of the noise. It truly does amaze me, really, when you think about it. Because we have had so much evidence time and time again, but folks get focused on the little itty bitty price movements day by day. And I'm going to tell you something, guys, that is one way to get yourself absolutely wrecked. Why? Because you forget about the utility, you forget about the activity, you forget about, all of the various things that are happening in this space, and how, you're seeing it in real time, where you got nation states utilizing the XRP ledger to develop their central bank digital currencies. And we know that XRP is a bridge asset between those central bank digital currencies. Ripple themselves have come out and flat out explained it and showed it and everything else. And we're watching the infrastructure for the wide world change right before our very eyes. But because we're all focused on the little day-to-day price action and things like that, we're missing the forest for the trees. You need to step back, guys. When in doubt, zoom out and get the broader picture, the bigger picture. And think to yourself, why did you get into it in the first place? Well, I bet you most of you got into XRP in the first place because of what you believed about the ecosystem. Have any of those things changed? Has the ecosystem expanded or contracted? Well, it's way expanded. Have they built up greater partnerships, or did they lose partners? No, we know they got amazing amount of partners. Guys, are jurisdictions around the world receiving and accepting XRP, or are they kind of out banning it and making it, where it's oh, well, nope, we're not going to, no, more and more. Look at Dubai. In Dubai, you can literally use XRP to pay your employees, or your employees can get their paycheck and go out and use the XRP in there to go buy goods, pay their bills, do this, do that. It is literally a medium of exchange. And that is truly phenomenal. A lot of people are forgetting that part of the utility of it. On top of course, the Nostro Vostro, where it literally is going to change the way on-demand, all of this liquidity problem works, utilizing on-demand liquidity. That right there is a major, major deal. Now, you got these technical analysts out there, and of course, they're talking about where we're at in the cycle. And so many of them have talked about we are right on the verge of a massive, massive breakout. Most people, guys, I think they're going to really miss it. I really do. And the reason is again, they're listening to the noise. And these TA guys are coming out and they're talking about how things are mirroring what happened in 2017. They're literally showing us on the charts. Now, we know that history doesn't repeat, but boy, does it rhyme. And should we see a move like XRP did in 2017, I'm going to tell you something, guys. It's going to make the fortunes of so many. And these fudsters that have been spending all this time trying to spook people out of their little positions here and there, well, I'm going to tell you something, guys. They're going to be sitting there on the platform, their hands in their pockets and their jaws on the floor, because it is going to blow them away. Judy and I were there. We saw it. We saw last time when it absolutely spiked. It just went nuts. And it happened so fast. And this is why I always say, get ready, get strategic. Now, guys, would you rather be listening to folks that have never, not ever experienced a genuine bull run for themselves, or have never seen, it change their lives? Or would you rather listen to folks that actually were there and saw it and it changed their life? Now, there are other people other than myself that did see a major change in XRP, how it changed their lives and things like that. Think of Brad Kimes, DAI, and different ones. Absolutely. Those guys, they saw it. They were there. They watched it happen. I watched it happen. What we share with you guys when we come out and do these YouTube videos is our experience. We share our perspective. And yes, of course, we are sharing our convictions, our 100% biased opinions. Now, I make no bones about it. And why is that? Because I believe in what I hold. I've taken the time to investigate it, to look down the road, to see how it's actually being utilized even right now. And I'm telling you what, with all these fudsters, most of them don't even know what they're talking about. They just throw things out there. Oh, the